Alrighty, welcome back. Another episode of Post-Fades Cheesesteaks. Today we got myself, Dakota, and welcoming back Nick for, I don't know what number episode this is on, but keep it rolling. Like having you as a guest, bring a lot of good knowledge to the table. And today we'll be talking about NFTs and NBA Top Shot. So this is a very, new, not very new, but it's, getting a lot of traffic lately. Definitely starting to become more of a trend. And a lot of people are starting to invest in it. So Nick, just wanted to get your quick thoughts on, NFTs in general. And if you can, kind of give a, grade school breakdown of what it is at the basic level.
Yeah, so I think something that's really exciting about NFTs is I think we've seen a lot of people on ESPN headlines saying, "Oh, I sold a Tom Brady rookie card or a LeBron James rookie card for, 1 million, 1.5 million, 2.5 million." And something I've always been concerned about is what do you do with something like that and keep it in A1 quality.
Yeah.
That's always been something that scared me, but the idea of having a digital token. So if you essentially think about, NBA Top Shot, for example, being a digital play, so a clip of a play instead of the physical card, that play is always going to be safe because it's on the blockchain, it's on it's on the computer, so you're not necessarily worried about it getting damaged. I have an almost 2-year-old. You don't have to worry about her getting into it, ripping it up like the rest of the cards in our house.
Right.
So it's kind of nice because you have that safety feature there. I've heard people say well, couldn't you just go to YouTube? Well, yeah, you could also take a picture of LeBron James and print it out and say it's a card, but
right.
They're not the same thing. I think that it's really cool to kind of see as you play around with NBA Top Shot and, the limited qualities. And somebody said, well, what if they just start reprinting? And they say, well, we said we were going to make 5,000, but we're actually making 10,000, which is, a legitimate risk, of course. But yeah. I think with the legitimacy they're getting and the major investors, they just got another $350 million in funding. Michael Jordan's throwing a ton of money at them. A lot of big name people are really throwing their money into this. I saw in a post game the other day, spontaneously, not, coerced by NBA Top Shot, just them talking about oh, that's going to be a moment, that's going to be minted. And it's kind of hard getting into that ecosystem where players are talking about it. I'm personally really excited to see what happens as the playoffs come around this year. People are more aware of it. I think you've seen a little bit extra celebration because the players know that they're starting to get minted. These things so we kind of lost a lot of the fans for a while. They're coming back slowly. But that excitement of getting the reaction with the cards, well, not the cards, the moments, but these digital tokens, I think is taking it to a very cool, it's a very cool step. I'm excited. I've already started dabbling, there's some different YouTube channels and bought a couple people from the marketplace. I have my eye on a couple more that I'm probably going to do this week. On top of, I know we both have pre-order packs to open, which is really exciting. But that's, that's my quick thing. What do you think about it?
Yeah, no, like Nick said, we do each have a pack we're going to open on here. So that'll be cool. Yeah, I mean, personally, I first heard about it on Twitter and I was like, what the hell is Top Shot? What do everyone keep talking about? This was back in December, January. And I started looking into it and I was like, oh, so this is digital trading cards, but they're live moment, they're plays essentially. I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. And then like you said, I looked into it and it's it's been around for I think since 2019 as when they first started the that NBA Top Shot started that venture. As far as I know, it's only moments from this past season. I don't know if they have plans to do more historical, because you said Jordan has had a lot of play in this as well, give me money and stuff.
They do. They're called the Run It Back series.
Okay.
So they have I think they release once a year, and they'll have they have an Iverson moment from 09. I think once a year they do like kind of like, which is really cool. And I
Mhm.
think that's also why the funding becomes important, because they have to buy the rights to a lot of these different moments to be, able to do this. But
Right.
that is really cool. I'm kind of waiting for, a signature Kobe moment or one of these. I watched the LeBron moment today that I have future plans of getting a tattoo of, and it's just
Mhm.
so cool to see, just to think like you could relive that. And, I go to a lot of games, and just buying a moment from that game, or if I go to a game, just remembering that feeling, going with my wife, going with, one of my other buddies or my
Mhm.
daughter. I'm just like having the ability to sort of lock in and relive that is just
Yeah.
something I think is so exciting.
Yeah, that is it is a different way for the fans, especially to have, I mean, another, part of memorabilia. That's what we've seen, especially with COVID. Um, Almost everything's gone digital. And from that, obviously there's been hardships, but you've seen companies like revolutionize things and discover new ways to cater to their consumers. And I think, like you said, if I was at like a game where like some crazy play happened, obviously you're gonna have like videos of it on Sports Center and Twitter and Instagram and shit. But I think like to own like that moment, like to say, hey, I was in the stands and like I have a piece of this moment, like it's pretty cool. I understand like how big it's getting now, because I mean you and I can attest to this, like how hard it was to get some of these packs, especially when they're limited releases and stuff, because you have hundreds of thousands of people trying to get in. It's a lot like trying to cop a shoe on a limited release. It's exciting, but also a little sad when you don't win. But no, I think it's cool. One moment in my mind that would be incredible, that if I had the funds I would try and get at all costs, would be one of my favorite plays, the when LeBron was on the Heat, when Dwayne Wade did that alley oop and he just arms stretched out and LeBron just dunks that in. I was like, that's, I'm sure if they're going to go back and look at like key moments from past seasons, that'll be in there. And that one's will definitely fetch a high price. But I just want to read real quick off of NBA.com's quick like synopsis of what it is. So NBA Top Shot is a blockchain based platform that allows fans to buy, sell, and trade numbered versions of specific officially licensed video highlights. So, for example, I believe it's a Dwight Howard on the Sixers limited edition, or it's like LE, um, of him just like doing, I think it was like a dunk. And it was numbered out of like 15,000 cards. So each card has like or each moment has a like, I guess you want to call it a volume of how many they distribute. So obviously with certain things that are more limited, it'll be higher resale prices and higher value. So that part of it's pretty straightforward. And then this is like we said, it's straight from the NBA. So that's how it's not some third party that's like, going to the NBA to get, all these moments. It's a joint venture started in 2019 between the NBA, the Players Association, and Dapper Labs is that third party, but they're working with them. It's more of a collaborative effort, and it's a fun thing. It's cool. It's definitely going to be a future. I know the NFL, maybe the MLB, NHL, they'll start to try and dabble in, or at least explore what they can do to be different than NBA Top Shot. But it's cool. It also reminds me a little bit of, for those who play like Madden or FIFA, how they do Ultimate Team. It's the same premise where it's like you have your base level players or cards, and then there's more rarer cards that are viewed as higher level or better. So it's cool. It's definitely still new. They're still working out a lot of kinks. They're still having, the website does maintenance almost all the time, to try and keep up with demand. So I think it's cool though, and I'm excited to continue to kind of build out my deck, so to speak.
Yeah, the growth has been so exponential. I mean,
Oh yeah.
they were giving like, it's kind of crazy to think of now, but like they were giving away packs early on, just getting people involved, getting people to open them. Different YouTubers were just getting gifted like dozens of packs to open on YouTube, and and they pre-sold 350,000 packs. Like, so that's three, and you can only get one pack. So that's 350,000 active accounts. Never mind, somebody could have had one but didn't know they were doing it. Even though it was 48 hours, you did have 48 hours to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of the reason they did that was so they could eliminate the dead accounts.
True.
Because they have a gifting feature. There were some bad actors who would have 7, 8, 9 accounts, and then they would use that because most people don't know this, but the Top Shot drop, when they do a pack drop, it's usually a queue system. So, they might have 32,000 packs they're selling if they're doing, a rare pack. And there's hundreds of thousands of users. So, if you're one person trying to randomize it, I've been, number 180,000 for a drop that only has 60,000 packs. So obviously I didn't get a pack. So they're trying to eliminate a lot of that. They just changed some of their gifting features. There's always going to be people who take advantage of things like this. It's so early on. They're going to be people who are going to figure, they're going to find ways to cut around just like everything else. But I think they're taking a lot of steps in the right direction. They time limit how often you can, buy something. And a lot of that comes down to being like, so bots can't go and buy 1,000 moments.
Right.
So I think it's they're moving in the right direction. They're still in beta. I think they're supposed to be in beta for a couple more months.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited once they get to, be like an app version and all those things. It's gonna be really exciting. And I think it's cool just like kind of getting to learn with it as you do it. It's like somebody who like I invest pretty heavily in stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always think that it's one thing when you use a play account, it's fake money. It's very different when it's your cash.
Yeah.
I've always said, like, and everybody who says they give you, this fake $10,000, how would you invest it?
Mm-hmm.
I've told everybody you would never invest it like that if that was your 10 grand. I'm telling you right now, it's one thing when it's fake. It's another thing when it's yours. And, one thing I already learned and I sort of got burned on was the day a pack drops that has a moment requirement, all of the moment prices rise. Yep. So I paid $24 for a Joel and 18 for a Matisse and 20 for a Paul George.
Yeah.
I looked earlier and that Joel moment's like $11 and that Matisse moment's like $6. And so like it's things you can't learn until you're in it, until you're in the ecosystem. But it's really cool. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm excited. This is the first pack. I didn't win it because it's a pre-order, so you were guaranteed a pack.
True. Yeah. Feels like a win.
But it's exciting to open it. I'm excited to open it. See what three I got. I'll tell you, I'm really hoping for. I've been strategic. I really like, Matisse's defense. So I like his steal. I got a steal card of his, which was really cool.
I got a thief, right? That's what we call him.
I like to call him a thief.
A thief.
He also leads the NBA in blocked jump shots. Fun fact.
Which is nuts.
Yep. And I have a Paul George moment and a Joel Embiid. So I'm kind of hoping today for a Laker one. Like I'm not gonna get greedy and say LeBron, although I would love a LeBron.
Yeah, of course.
But I would love a Laker moment, or a Ja Morant, like just something exciting. I just hope it's not like Terrence Davis and Evan Fournier and, like I'm just hoping for something exciting.
Yeah. Cause as I remember, so I believe it's still a rule, but in order to buy or try to get entered for some of these packs, you have to have a minimum of 3 moment purchases in total, like on your account. So like Nick was saying, I was trying to get those before those packs would drop, and then people would raise the prices. And because the demand was higher, people could get away with raising those prices. But it's funny to look at because like I remember going and I was like, do I really want to pay $20 for a Dragic, memory? Like I don't really like him. I don't care. Like, but I ended up getting, so like I said, I had the Dwight Howard limited. So it was out of 15,000. I also have a I never know how to pronounce his name. Bojan Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic. That's another limited edition one. That one I got for like a steal. It was like $7.
Wow.
Dwight Howard was like 20, I think. And then I got a Pat Bev, just a common one. That was so the common ones there's usually 35 or more, 35,000 or more of those. The Pat Bear one was like $11, I think. So once they get this beta phase figured out, um, the ability to have it on an app to like seamlessly share it on all your social media or to show your friends when you're out of the game, be like, hey, look at this moment I bought, like while you're at that, well, like a game from that season or with those teams, like it'll be a lot more like encompassing. So I think they're on the right path so far, and it is exciting. It's kind of like, a mystery what we're gonna plan to keep doing, but I like where they're headed.
Yeah, and they do like different challenges. So
Those
I
are
know.
hard though, because you got to have a lot. I feel
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
All Star Challenge and stuff.
yeah, yeah, and to be honest, people are starting to realize that it's sometimes not even financially smart because you
Yeah.
spend all this money on those, and then the second you keep them past the point where you get the card, the market tanks on those cards that you bought.
Mm.
But again, like it's so early on. Like I'm sure they'll figure that out. I'm sure they'll find a way. What was cool was Mike Conley was a reward for a challenge,
Yeah.
and he actually called Top Shot and said he wanted to do something special, and he narrated it.
Really?
So he narrated his
I
Top
think I heard
Shot
about that. Yeah.
collectible, and I was like, wow, how cool would that be to have like an NBA Finals moment, and like you get that player to like narrate something, or like I always think that. So I'm a big LeBron guy. I know I say this on a lot of NBA pods, but something I always think is really impressive is if you watch his interviews, he can tell you minute stretches of games. He
Mm.
can tell you like the play that happened, then the play, and who did what. And I think like having like a moment where he's like, narrating like it and like thinking through that,
Yeah.
I think that would be something I would be willing to pay. Like even not as just something to make money, but just like, and to be honest, I part of this I do for like, wanting to, make money and financially. But
Mm.
some of like I am trying to build up my account so I can get to a point where I can buy stuff that I really like genuinely want. Like
Yeah.
my hope one day is that I can make, because you can do what's called different showcases where you can clip together different of your Top Shot moments and do a showcase. So like
Okay.
I'd love to have a showcase like games that I went to.
That
Like
would be that would be dope. Yeah.
yeah, like I'm a Sixers season ticket holder, like having all these, Sixers games that I went to, and at the end of the year you could like play that moment, or you could kind of like use that. I think that would be like just like so cool to, to set up. Or like, we're also, I think too, what I thought about this got me into was we're sort of ushering out an era. And I forgot that I've watched an era already end. Like when I growing up watching basketball with, Kobe and Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce and Ray
Mm-hmm.
Allen, and Allen Iverson, and like that entire like, core group of guys. And what, like, and then they passed the torch. LeBron came in, and Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, and all, and Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul and all these people. But
Right.
now they're in their 30s.
Yeah.
Now you're seeing, look what Zion Williamson did, just dropping 37 points on the Sixers,
Mm-hmm.
being an all-star. John Morant, I feel like he's on Sports Center top 10, like
Yeah.
once a week.
Tatum just dropped 50 the other night.
Yeah. So just seeing these guys like start to become the next wave. And it's kind of a nice thing to have like an ode and not forget. Cause I'm going to be honest with you, like, I don't think about a lot of those moments, even though I've watched a ton. I watched so many of them. Growing up, I was a Lakers fan who lived in Boston, and I remember that Boston Lakers series that went 7,
Mm-hmm.
and how crazy that was. And me and my brothers going back and forth, and like if I could have had a moment from that series, like I would have remembered one night,
Yeah.
in high school, like watching it with him and just having a piece of that. Like there's a price I'm willing to pay for that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's as soon as they start getting more of those, because I think their focus right now is just to get through this season's moments. But yeah, once they start hitting on some of those, like they're gonna not only are they gonna bring a lot more people into the fold, but uh you could call these portfolios essentially. Like you're gonna be able to expand a lot more different types of moments and stuff. And yeah, I think it's another way to kind of turn back to that FIFA and Madden Ultimate Team thing too. Is there are challenges like requires you to get certain types of teams or styles of packs and stuff. So it's also a little bit of a game. It's kind of fun. So yeah, I'm excited to keep going after them. And like you said, this is the beta, so they haven't been dropping. They dropped more packs in the past few months, but they've been a little slower, I think, because of how high the demand has been. So, but I'm excited to open them up. So Nick, if you're ready, you can screen share. So if anyone's listening to this, you can watch it on YouTube when we open the packs. But if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, you can hear our excitement instead.
You're really gonna hear some excitement if I open a LeBron James. All right, here it is. It's shaking. Let's open your pack.
I'm excited for you.
That was cool.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't know which way to go first, left, middle, or right.
I don't know.
I'll go middle first.
I was gonna say just
Magic could be Markel Fultz. Evan Fournier. I said I didn't want Evan Fournier. What are the odds?
Speak it into existence.
Wow. What are the odds?
That's hilarious.
Man, that guy needs. I hope. Listen, he just got traded to the Celtics.
He needs to find a barber. He needs to get him some
to that hair.
Yeah, get the LeBron treatment.
All right, we'll go right here. Give me something. OKC. Shea goes. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I wanted to. There we go. That's exciting.
Ooh, that's a nice move.
Ooh, ball fake.
Okay.
Ooh, got Jared Allen looking silly.
It says
that's probably why Jared Allen got traded. It was that move right there.
They call it a layup, but that's a little more than it's a layup.
Ooh, that might have been the reason they sent him, away. They were like, Jarrett, you can't put the Nets uniform on. All right. Give me a Laker. One. Come on. Give me a Laker.
Oh, Anthony Davis. Damn. Okay. Damn.
Oh, baby.
That's a nice dunk.
Oh, I looked at this moment earlier today. I literally watched this moment.
I like how they show the score and give like
a roll. Nice feed from LeBron.
Yeah.
Two-handed slam.
Nice.
Wow. I swear to you, I did not know it was coming in this pack, but that is creepy.
So you wanted a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you wanted a Laker card, and then you didn't want Fournier, but you got all of them. So
wow, that was exhilarating. I got to tell you, that was that was worth the $9. Like that was so, like I can't believe it, because I was like, not an Evan Fournier. First card I rip, Evan Fournier.
Yeah.
I was like, man, like I was watching stuff on Shai Gilgeous earlier. I was like, okay, see, let me get a Shai. Let me hit Shai. And then I was like, let's not get too greedy with a Laker, but I want a Laker. And to hit Anthony Davis right there.
That's cool. Yeah.
Wow. That was, I'm so like, I want to buy another pack so bad.
Yeah. It's a shame they only limited it to one.
Speaking of this, did you used to ever collect any other trading cards?
Yeah, I mean, when I was young, I had Pokemon and like the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Digimon, a few. But when I was in I would say I think probably third, end of the early grade school, fourth, fifth, sixth. I used to collect a lot of football cards. I remember one Christmas I got a I guess it was Topps or whatever the brands are, but it was it was like 1,000. I think it was either 1,000. It was over 500 cards. It was a lot, but it was a big box, and I got the entire Eagles roster plus all of these other players. It was insane. Some of those cards, I wish I could go back and find it, because I'm sure some of those were cool. I got Donovan McNabb in a bunch of different jersey styles, and Westbrook and Randy Moss. It must have been, so that was probably 2005, 2004. But yeah, that was I used to collect them a lot, but not as much anymore. But now this is, I consider this card collecting. So
yeah, I had a really extensive Pokemon collection, which now I had multiple Charizards, the holographics, which I've seen sell for thousands of dollars, which is really stressful, because I just gave them all to the neighborhood kid. When I got too old for them, I kind of passed my collection down, and I had some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and you know what's cool too is I had the entire 1993 MLB pack. So I had
Oh,
every baseball player in 1993. 'Cause that was my birth year.
okay.
My stepdad bought it for me, which was really cool. No idea where they are now.
Yeah.
But it's kind of sad because you're like, well, it's a whole. There's got to be some good rookies in there, And I'm like, just things I didn't think about. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, I won't lose this. That's the cool thing
Exactly.
about
Yeah.
the digital piece. It's like
Yeah.
I have it, which is really exciting. I'm still like pretty amped up from that pack. I gotta tell you, I'm juiced right now. We should have done this so late at night. I'm gonna be up late now. Fun. What are you hoping for? You gotta give me something before
I gotta speak it into existence.
Yeah, speak it into existence. Do you see that works? Power of attraction, law of attraction.
Obviously I'd like another Sixers one. If I get like Embiid, I feel like that'd be dope. But like off the rip, I still, even though he's on the Heat, I still love Jimmy. So if I get a Jimmy Butler, that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be cool.
And trying to think like of like this past year. I feel like one of the rookies would be fun. Like,
yeah, I wanted one.
Kind of nervous.
Yeah, it's exciting.
All right,
let's open this baby.
Open the pack. Open the pack. I don't know if you can hear it.
No, I realized after you had to enable a setting. I think you probably couldn't hear mine.
No, I heard yours, but mine I have headphones in. So, should I go the same way you do? Middle, right, left.
I went middle, right, left. I don't know why. That just felt right.
I'm feeling that.
Spurs
jump shot.
DeMar.
All right.
Oh, DeMar DeRozan.
All right.
Okay.
It's a nice little
mid-range game.
A little floaty.
Oh,
it is a little step back.
Okay, nice little drive. Cross, fadeaway jumper. That's very DeMar DeRozan, the mid-range jump right there.
Of course. Oh,
Miami Heat.
Oh, Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero. Still a nice hit.
If I could have gotten that Jimmy, that would be dope.
That would be great. Ooh, that's tough.
That layup went up in the air.
Ooh, that. What's really sad is his moment in the playoffs, hitting that 3 against the Sixers is actually extremely valuable.
Of course it is. All right.
All right, last team.
Final one. Hornets. Jump shot.
Devontae Graham.
Okay.
Ooh. Great finish.
Little drip. Nice.
Right over Marketing. Marketing's on my short list of guys who I hope the Sixers make a run at as the stretch 4 going as the backup stretch 4 going forward.
Oh, I'm getting my baller status is close, 40 out of 50.
What haven't you done? Because my last thing was a pack.
Is yours full?
I didn't look at the status thing, but there's only 5 things to do. I'm sure, unless you didn't get credit for opening the pack yet.
Maybe
the pack was the last thing I had to do.
I guess it didn't go through yet.
Yeah, so yours will go up.
This is my Dwight Howard one, Patrick Beverly. So it's cool. You get to add more and more of them. And it really depends on you don't really know how they're going to value either. If one of these players gets traded in the offseason or something, that could either lower or raise the value of the cards and stuff like that. So
that Tyler Hero one's kind of a low serial number.
Oh yeah, it is. It's under 10K.
Under 10K. So that's actually
So is my Dwight one.
So people might not know that. So actually there's also some value associated with serial numbers. So the lower serial numbers tend to sell higher. Mm-hmm. Also, when you have the serial number that's the jersey number, those are sort of like the unicorn one. So if you have like a LeBron serial number 23,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's huge. So I've seen that where people pay up big money. Yeah. So if you look at a marketplace and you look at a play, if you do buy, you'll see the serial numbers, you can sort it. So just pick any one. Pick like this LaMelo Ball run right here.
Yeah, I'm wondering what these little.
Oh, those are the badges. So
okay.
There's different badges the cards can get. So do select and buy.
Yep.
and then you can sort it by lowest ask or lowest serial number.
$10,000.
Yeah. See, so like, or like one, like some of the low serial numbers, they go for significantly more. So like,
Well, that's number 10 is going for 10,000. Number 23
now
is
go up to the
5.
top. Now sort by lowest. So $10,000 for serial number
That's
10.
the lowest. Yeah, if I go highest, well, but like here's one for 100.
Go for lowest ask. Go to lowest ask.
Lowest ask.
$55.
55. Yeah.
So you can buy one $55, or you can get the funds $10,000.
Yeah, that's nuts. I'm not too familiar with the badges though.
Yeah, so that's a newer thing that's coming out more and more. They have like rookie moment badge.
These are all rookies, aren't they?
It looks like it. So they have like rookie moment badges. They also have like, so that TS one, that's their first moment on Top Shot.
Okay.
So I'm actually like thinking about going and trying to find, because like really I'm thinking about like long-term value.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like series 1. I'm thinking first moments on Top Shot. Like those are ones I'm going to consider looking into the marketplace to do some long-term investing in, is trying to get some guys like first moments, or something badge where they, or something like low serial numbered.
I've never seen this one. Only has 50. It's a legendary, but only has 58. Hollow icon Trae Young 3-pointer. That's a deep one too.
So they're actually talking about having another legendary pack drop. So the legendary packs are they're a rack. They're $1,000.
Shoo.
But the legendary packs, they come with like 1 legendary play, 3 rares, like 6 commons and something else. And there's not a legendary that sells for, I think, under like $2,700. So
it's not a bad investment.
No. You gotta have some big boy cash.
Fuck up a little bit.
Yeah, but like even if you were just a flipper, even if you just bought it and sold the pack, you'd make money. But like, let's say you hit a legendary on some, a LeBron, a Luka, a John Morant, Steph Curry. I mean, oh my goodness, look at this Trae Young top sales $41,000. Somebody paid $41,000.
That's a little insane. But
like someone forked up $41K.
Now you know why? They were probably at that game really close, and they said, I saw that, I want to own that moment, and they bought it.
Just so you know, it's springtime, so I got Ritas going on right now. I'm not waiting after this to eat it. We're gonna talk and eat at the same time.
That's fine. But yeah, I think the key with these are like it's still growing. So for most people right now, it's kind of just building out your deck. And then obviously if you pull something crazy, you can sell it or try to regain what you already put in and then gain more funds to keep fueling. It's similar to stocks, trying to first, I don't know how viable this is as another source of income, because you'd really have to put a lot of money and time into it to get it up that high. But it's like a fun little couple of cups of coffee and night out and dinner or something like that. So
yeah, I mean, I've always said you shouldn't put any more than like 5% of your portfolio into alternatives. Like I'm not against it. Like, and I think this is fun. Like it's a cool way. Like again, for me, it's half investing. It's half just like that was exciting. That was fun. Like I was really excited to do that.
Yeah.
We've already talked about like cool moments I'd love to own. Now what I'll do is I'll take a look at what I can sell to make some cash from what I already own, and I'll look into what's on the market. Mm-hmm. I do think because of all these pre-order packs, you're going to see the market take a dip.
Yeah.
Because everyone's going to be doing exactly what I'm doing. They're going to be selling moments they just got so that they can either make their $9 back from this pack or to sell it to get some other stuff. I really don't want that Evan Fournier, if you didn't know. So like I will be selling that. But I do like the Shea and I do like the Anthony Davis. And,
yeah.
I also might sell Paul George. I might sell Paul George. I'm not a big Paul George guy, but I thought, but here's the thing. I'm going to wait because people don't think about things like this. Playoffs are coming up. What's the playoffs bring? Lots of eyes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So like, last year, like I said, Tyler Hero had that huge bubble run, a huge play against the Sixers where he was like run and take a layup. He was like, nah, I'm going to take a three, and bangs a three on us.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, that card went up 7 times in a day. You know, like, wait, if Paul George has a 40-point game in the playoffs, all of his moments are going to rise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, once I see what's the top 10 jersey sales for this year, you know, or what does rookie of the year voting end up with, or, you know, things like that, or who do I think is going to get more time? So you got to be strategic about when you do it. Like, if you sell today, you're probably going to sell at a loss, and you have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
You know, like, you have to be okay with saying, okay, I might lose some cash here, but I think I can buy something else low and make more over. I've seen some people are talking about, you know, taking $100 and buying the cheapest. They think some, you know, I saw some moments today that were down to $3-4.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, if it only goes up $1 or $2, that's a 33 or 66% gain.
Yeah. I mean, even though, like you said, that legendary pack is, you know, a nice fat grand, it's probably, I mean, I would assume it's still like, you have to get into like a queue basically to be able to buy it.
Yep.
I mean, because I mean, not that I would typically spend a grand, but if I'm guaranteed one of those legendary cards that's gonna at least get me my money back, you know, I would definitely consider something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would absolutely do it. They're making certain requirements, which they haven't released what the requirements are going to be. There are going to be requirements to enter it, not just anybody off the street can like create an account, and that's to stop me and you from opening 10 accounts. You know, like, sure. You've had to have done some things so that you can do it, which I'm happy with. Like,
makes sense, yeah, for sure.
I think I've always said, you know, obviously I'm really big in the sneaker game, which we've talked about, and I just want a fair shot to take my L. That's all I want. Yeah. You know, like, I'm not going to hit them all, but like, I just want the opportunity to enter. And if I hit, that's great. And if I don't, move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be a next one, you know? So I just want a fair shot. So I'm happy they have some of these things. I'm happy they're thinking through this. I'm really excited for the next pack drop. You know, I'd love to rip one open again live. Yeah. That was fun. That was a great time. That was a highlight of that was one of the highlights of my day. My big highlight was with my daughter to the park, but that was a fun one.
Of course. I think that was a fun little episode. We definitely can do more of these, you know, especially if one of us gets a hold of one of those, you know, more rare packs, like, that'd be awesome. So yeah, I think this was a good episode, good insight into the Top Shot for those who are, you know what it is or don't know what it is. I would definitely, you know, even if you're very on the fence, go, especially now, if a bunch of people are going to be selling low on a lot of these, because like Nick said, these were pre-order packs that everyone was able to get. So, you know, prices will probably be low. You know, you can get, I mean, if I got cards, I got my 3 mandatory cards in order to buy packs, you know, all under $20. I'm sure right now you can get them under 10, probably a couple, like, not rare ones, you know, just common cards, but, you know, start building out your pack, find players you like, or teams you like. That's fun. I mean, a lot of times when I go to the marketplace too, it's like, I was like, oh, like, I see the name and I'm like, oh, against this team, I remember that moment. Like, it's cool to kind of revisit some of these things. And especially once they start getting to some more historic moments from past seasons, like, that's when things will get really exciting.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see where this goes, especially with all that funding they just got.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they're only making money now, so it's a matter of meeting the supply and demand and getting their website straightened out. So,
I mean, let's take a second. They sold 350,000 packs at $9. That's $3.15 million they made from the pre-order packs
for digital trading cards.
Yeah. And the pack that me and you went for the other day, they were selling, I think they were selling 36,000. And they were,
oh yeah. Because I was like, what, 70, I was like 79,000th in line.
And they were $27. So they made 972 grand off that day. So like, they're printing money. Yeah. Like they're printing money. And you know, sports, that's the great thing. There's plays made every game. there every single game there's moments that can be minted. There's
Especially,
always like
especially in the NBA.
so it's not like they're gonna run out of moments.
Oh no. No, yeah, I think it's it'll only keep building. So if you're interested, I definitely would look into it. Look into it now and try to get a head start over other people before it, gets super super big. I mean, it already is pretty popular, I think, but
Oh yeah, but I mean, I've talked to a couple people who I know about and are interested, but they don't have accounts yet.
right.
And think of how many people that is. People who've heard about it, they know about it, or they love sports. I mean, 350,000 accounts for the amount of people who watch sports is very, very low.
Yeah.
Like that is a low number in comparison to how many eyes watch NBA finals, how many people watch all, and it's not like you have to spend big money, like you can get in a $9 common pack, a $15 common pack, a 20, people bought Pokemon cards at $5, $10, $20, $30 bigger packs. So like there's always going to be growth. I can see this going multi-million. I can see multi-million accounts.
Oh yeah. And I haven't really paid too much attention to the commercialing of it, but have you seen them advertise this during games and stuff?
No, I haven't even seen them start that yet.
Could be because they're still doing the beta and working things out, but
yeah,
I would assume by playoffs that you'll see them start to advertise some of this. Like, I don't know. I could already envision, like, how when a team wins a championship, like in the first commercial is buy your, Buccaneers championship shirt now. I could envision them saying, get your, LeBron James winning moment from the finals or something like that. Like, I think the potential for this is endless almost. Like they could go so many ways and do so many different like unique things too. So, and there's definitely demand for it. So that's the key.
With the pack drops, they do a Twitch live stream that's like on the same page.
Yeah, I did watch one of those.
Yeah, and like Cole Anthony was on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Cole Anthony was just like visiting, doing like they have NBA players who are invested in this.
Yeah, I saw one. They had like Marco Carter Williams on or something like that, and they had them like enter into these like just like normal people like us, trying to pull packs of people that he plays with. So
yeah,
it's cool. It's cool. I think it's something new and fun, and especially with like you said, the ability to buy a moment. Like I didn't think about this until you said it, but the ability to buy a moment from a game you attended live is definitely. I'll have to look back and see if there's any Sixers Spurs highlights from the game we went to a couple of weeks ago. But
yeah, it's really cool. And you know what I did see cool is cool fan interaction. I saw somebody who tweeted CJ McCollum. He was like, "Hey, I want to gift you one of your moments," and they like went back and forth. And I was like, "How cool is that?" To be like, like, dude, I gave CJ McCollum like one of his moments, and like, such cool. Like they're talking about trying to make this like real world experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So there might be things like have 10, Matisse Thybulle things and get to like seeing Matisse at a game. Like they're trying to like even bring that into like real world experiences, which would be like unbelievable. Like that would be so exciting.
Yeah. And that's also the key thing is like, these are non-perishable. So, you can't lose them, so to speak. Like, they're not like we said, Pokemon cards or trading cards. It's like, they're not going to burn. You're not going to throw them in the trash by accident. Not going to leave them in the wash in one of your pockets. Like these are and I don't know what the technology behind it is, but like every single one, I mean, it has its, own serial code number and stuff, but they're all individual. Like they're all unique in their own right. So your moment is the moment that you bought. It's different from everyone else's moment. So it's cool. It's cool. Like I don't even know what the count is, but there's like moments for every, single player, bench players you've never heard of and stuff like that. So it's cool. It's a lot of moments to sit through. And if you have a player that you really like, you can find moments of his that aren't too expensive either. So that's a fun part of it too.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a moment showcase of all the players from my hometown area
That'd be cool.
Like I got to, I grew up playing baseball and football against Pat Connaughton, who, played in the Bucks for so long, and so cool watching him run up and down the court. My senior year, we opened up against each other on the mound for baseball, pitching against each other, and just been so cool to watch, him just grow and, just be, the professional he is. And, the Boston area might have a little thing to them, and I might look for some of their moments. And yeah, I'm just excited. I'm just thinking of the different showcases, I could put together. Just really exciting, and I mean, we love sports. I mean, you talk about sports all the time. We talk
sometimes
about all the time. So, it's just, I love different new creative ways to do this. So I'm amped. This is really exciting.
I definitely at least look into it, give it a shot. You can buy like a $5 card, I'm sure. Just look around, see if it's something that would interest you. But with that being said, I think it's a good wrap on this episode. Nick, thanks for joining as always. Definitely look forward to, we can do more of these for sure. Look forward to trying to acquire more packs. I take plenty of L's in the shoe game. Hopefully I take more W's in this game. So
like I say in the sneaker game though, it only takes a couple.
I did hit on one recently. That made me.
You did hit a nice unicorn recently.
Yeah, I did get a nice unicorn.
It only takes a couple. Everybody thinks that I make all this money from, all this. I'm like, dude, most of them I'm making $10-15. And every now and again you hit a dunk and you sell it for a $525 profit. But that doesn't happen often.
Sure enough. All right, man. I will catch you later.
All right. Later, Dakota.
Peace out, man.